Hello, Soul Lights. Great to connect with you once again. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Hi, I'm Michelle. So today for this pick a card, we're going to be tuning into your spirit animal, your main spirit animal helping you at this time, and then your totem. So part of a totem is a collective of spirit animals. Some of them are spirit animals that travel with you all the time. They're part of your personal totem, which means they're part of your personal medicine. They're part of your personal guidance system throughout your life. You may even have characteristics of these, like some people with strong bear medicine, right? Or bear as an animal spirit totem may have the medicine of patience, or the ability to go within and wisdom, maybe do deep meditation. Spirit animal cheetah, if you have that naturally, maybe you're quick moving or quick ideas. So every spirit animal is here on this planet to help us to be in connection with this aspect of Great White Spirit, or all that is, God, the all that is. And they usually come to us different times in our life when we need certain guidance, input, messages. And with the spirit animal reading, you're to connect into the energy, the characteristics, the quality of that animal being. Also, notice the animals that are around you that you see, animals, instincts, four-leggeds, because they will have a message for you, okay? Are you needing to learn more about community? Maybe you see a lot of ants. Or being more self-sufficient. Are you busy as a bee? Do you need to look at the nectar, the sweetness in life? That could be a bee. That could also be hummingbird. Hummingbirds bring us joy. All right, anyway, so this is a timeless reading. It will be time-stamped. And we're going to start with, I look at them as soul stories, what you need to know on a soul level, what's coming up for you on a soul level. So this will be number 1, number 2, and number 3. And each has a tourmaline, a rainbow tourmaline for the reading. I'm going to get some messages from the crystal as well. So with me, just take a breath and release. And as you center, just see which group calls you. It's going to be a message for your soul, your particular focus right now. And we're going to look at what spirit animals are coming to you and what's their message of insight, guidance, perhaps a message of what's coming up and how to prepare. Hi, if you chose the first stack, soul story number 1, this is your reading. Okay, so the rainbow tourmaline, is a chakra opener. It can be. It's also good for creativity, clearing negativity. It's said to be a stone that connects us also with our soul. This one has quite a bit of pink, magenta, so I feel like you could be working maybe more with community. There's something about integrating more of your heart, or integrating more of what you love to do in your life. I feel you're really coming out of something, maybe a long hiatus, or you're getting back in the game, or getting focused on something is what I'm hearing. There's a refocusing, something new is coming through you is what I'm hearing. It's a beautiful tourmaline. It's shorter than the other ones, kind of. So I feel like there could be something about centering or grounding could be very important for you right now. And perhaps you're creating a new foundation in your life for something new coming through. Maybe it's something you started before, now you're coming back to, is what I'm hearing. But it has a lot to do. Also, I feel like tourmaline is also good for self-esteem, self-respect, honoring our gifts, because it connects us to our soul. And our soul is multicolored, multifaceted, right? Multidimensional, multi-layered, multitasking, multi-gifted. So perhaps you're connecting it more into your gifts at this time, that you have more than one gift. And how can you let these gifts that you have be more known, more shared? And also, I feel like you wanting to get some resources, maybe money, monetary resources, or some kind of acknowledgement. So let's look. So the main spirit animal that's connecting with you on your path at this time, and they're going to change, they're going to vary. And for some of you, you may say, oh my God, that is my spirit animal. That's the one that I always connect with. So the main one, oh, it was salmon. And it's also, the card is a 49, which in numerology breaks down to a 13-4. So there is something very much about you in being in transition or some kind of transformation. Now, the message I'm definitely getting from salmon is to go with the flow of your life. And there may come a time, or you may feel like right now, that you're swimming upstream, like you're going against the grain or going against the flow. Maybe it's the grain or flow of people around you. Or some of you, it's at a particular job, a particular situation where you're wanting to do something differently. You're not wanting to, you're setting out your own path is what I'm hearing. So we're going to look further. All right, and the other spirit animals that are coming to you today are dragonfly, which is the element of air, and bear. So this is very interesting. Now, with dragonfly, you know, there's this iridescent. Dragonfly has a lot to do with making your dreams a reality and focusing on magic, the magic of life, even lightening up a bit in your life, right? Moving out of illusion or delusion and understanding, well, what is in my realm to create? It's also about focusing on the magic of life. Salmon, if you've ever seen salmon, you know, a lot of salmon swimming, there's this kind of iridescent color to their skin, right? Like shales, you know. So there is something about you, about connecting more to the magic of yourself, of your way of doing things. And I feel with this bear medicine, meditation, and being able to pull back or pull away from people to assess what is right for you is coming up for you. So you may also have been coming out of a time of hibernation or less activity, of course with this lockdown in different areas, but also for you, it may have been, you might have been more inward the last few months to 6 months, and for many of you, the last few years. And you may have been observing a lot. You may have felt you needed a lot more sleep, or you were doing maybe some deeper healing work. And so now you're coming out and you have changed. Your goals, your dreams, your desires for many of you have changed. There's something changing in your life and you need to ground it. And if you look at this bear, he's not looking at us. He's looking off in the distance. There's something he's looking at. Same with the salmon. The salmon is coming up, maybe to mate, maybe to put his or her stake, her claim into something. But there's something now you're coming out of and you're looking forward to something else. You're perhaps during this transformation, there's some goal, some dream, some desire, something that you want to put together. And what's going to help you as far as dragonfly and bear medicine? Dragonfly is saying, yes, focus on the positive, focus on the growth, focus on the new ideas, and focus on the magic, focus on your ability to create your own reality. And bear is saying you may need to pull back every now and then on a regular basis to reassess. Okay, some of you, it's like, is it illusion or delusion? What can I really do? What can I really do with my resources? What can I really do right now? So there is this practicality. So you're being asked to be practical, but also to dream and be expansive. So it's like the saying, it's great to build castles in the air, but now build a foundation underneath. You also have showing up is the butterfly. Oh, see, transformation. Digest your past. So some of you have maybe been letting your past hold you back, or what's happened to you in the past, what you experienced, or the past decisions that you have now that you've made, you're no longer fitting in there. You know, you're going a new way. This is very clear with dragonfly and now butterfly. And bear, you're definitely coming out of something, but you're being so supported by your higher self. And the spirit animals are saying, if you tune into our energy and the qualities of energy that we have, that we share with you, if you tune into our energy, you will understand our wisdom, and you will understand what you need to do right now in your life. So you've got here, evolve into your next becoming. Spring peeper. Okay, it's a little type of little frog there. So you've got this whole thing, this transformation that you're in, or some of you in and coming out of with the butterfly, but it's saying to expand into your becoming, evolve into what you're becoming, even if it goes against the grain a little bit. All right, Radiant Soul Lights, it may go against the grain. You may disappoint some people because they have certain expectations of you. But I feel like all of you that are listening to this have done a lot of, and watching this, you've done a lot of research. You've gone within. You keep getting the same message over and over. It's just some of you are bumping into some kind of resistance. It may even be inner resistance. But this is telling me that the transformation has already occurred. So connect with, the butterflies. Connect with the monarch butterfly, which has beautiful colors in the wings, right? The dragonfly. Connect with the magic, the mystery, the wonder of you. Connect with your gifts. I feel whatever you're wanting to do, you have the know-how, and you will get the support to do it. You may have felt a bit alone or on your own with what you're putting together, and there will be support. But also, I'm so hearing from the spirit animals, you have to be willing to do some parts of your path alone or on your own, or have a different idea or a different decision. Now is not the time to be too influenced. You can be inspired by other people, but be aware of any undue influence. Or is somebody or something influencing you to make you do something differently? Because right now you're very aligned. And so whatever you're doing is going to be more in alignment with your soul. It's going to be with your passion and what you love to do, or how you love to do something. And it's going to be right on track. It's going to be right what's needed, wanted, necessary. So connect with your becoming. Evolve into your new becoming. There's something new that you're becoming. And you know what it is. Those of you that are watching, you know what it is. And this is saying, evolve into it. Go for it. Now, I'm also hearing you do need to rest. You need to take time out. You need to take time to reflect or be on your own. That's that bear medicine. But you're coming out of hibernation, and only you will know when it's right, like when you need to take the downtime, when you need to rest, when you need to go back and reflect. But many of you are coming out of a deep, deep transformation. And you now are to experience and express this new aspect of you, this new way of being in the world. And now you're creating your reality from this place. Oh, so beautiful. All right, your Soul Insights affirmation for your path at this time is, I am evolving into what I am meant to be. And for some of you, because bear also has to do with intuition, bear is wanting to talk to you. Bear has a specific affirmation. I trust my inner knowing and intuition so that I now can evolve into all that I am meant to be. All right, Radiant Soul Lights, trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing. Many of you, this is an issue of trust, because you might be going in one direction and other people or those around you are going in another. And there's just a lot of abundance coming up for you, a lot of prosperity. But as Bear says, you have to trust. You have to trust your intuition. All right, Radiant Soul Lights, thank you for being here with me. If you would like to leave a comment, I'd love to know how this resonates for you or what the circumstances are for you. If you'd like to connect with me further, you can on my Patreon page or soulplayground.life or Instagram, and ways to do so are in the description box below. See you in the next reading. Hello, Soul Lights. If you picked Soul Story number 2, this is your reading. Okay, so I'm getting very, very different energy so far with Soul Story number 1, your spirit animals that came through, and this group. First of all, with the tourmaline I'm getting for you is get to the point. You need to get to the point. Or maybe you're asking someone else to get to the point. So I feel like a lot of you have a lot of decisions to make, or a big decision, or something's been weighing on your mind. I do feel that you are living more from the heart, more heart connected. Maybe there's also a relationship in your life right now or coming into your life that you're wondering about. I do feel like you're very balanced. You're doing a lot. This is a very balanced tourmaline point. You're really balancing your head and heart. You have a lot of clarity in your life. You're getting clear. Some of you are getting clearer and clearer. Some of you are very clear already. So we're going to look at the main animal spirit that's coming through today for your message, or whenever you're getting this reading. Oh, Badger. Oh, well, that's aggression. Get to the point. And numerically, it's a 29, which distills to an 11-2. So you're learning a lot about leadership. Soul Story number 2. So the spirit animal of Badger has a lot to do with boundaries and aggression and assertiveness and kind of pacing. And maybe that's why I'm getting a pointed energy. I'm like, maybe are some of you impatient? Like, get to the point, get to the moral of the story. Let's get to this. Let's move on. Or you're doing this to yourself or someone around you, or the situation may require that you have perhaps better boundaries, stricter boundaries, or you need to apply some aggression or assertion in the situation. And since it's a 29, you probably are dealing with someone, some kind of relationship situation, or could be through a boss, a supervisor, but I do feel like you're dealing a lot with people. So let's look at the other animal spirits that come to you today. Your spirit animal. Ooh, bee. Okay, I see where this is going. So you've got bee medicine, busy as a bee. This is also about community, which I got with this 11-2 energy of the Badger, but also buffalo. So abundance. So Soul Story number 2. Okay, you're reading the animal messages, the spirit animal messages that are coming through is aligned to the energy of Badger. In other words, you need to be assertive to cut through, to get through to things that you want to do. I feel a lot of projects, many of you are probably focused on your money, career, finance, maybe you're starting new projects or new business, or you're launching something, but there's a community aspect. So you also have to come from a place, Buffalo is saying, with gratitude and a bit of patience. So you still have to be assertive. Some of you may even have to be aggressive with what you want. You're cutting through something. Could be past blocks, it could be inertia, it could be that you have to just assert yourself with certain people or in this situation. But what I'm hearing is you're going to have support. You have air here and earth. So the spirit animal energy is saying you need to ground your visions into something that's practical or some routine. There's a practicality to what you're doing, Soul Story number 2. You need to ground it. You need to And you need to work with others or allow others to help you, or perhaps even to delegate, or realize that you're working for the whole, whatever it is. You're working for the community, you're working for the group, or the group wants you to work with them more. But that means you have to have boundaries. So also I feel with B, because I'm getting a lot to do with the mental realm with the B medicine here. So when we look at medicine, when I say medicine, it's the cure, it's the remedy for what's needed. So a particular activity, or in this case, a spirit animal that has a message for you, is saying to be productive, B-E-E and B-E, be productive, but remember that you're part of a collective, that also that you can rely on others or let others do their own role and you do what you need to do. And also don't get so caught up in the mental, worry and I got to say this to this person, I got to do this. I feel for you, it's less talk, less thinking, and more action. Okay, let's see what else comes to you. Oh, nuthatch, change your perspective. Ooh, that makes sense. Change your perspective. So here's the thing. You're coming in with badger medicine. You're coming in with this spirit animal. Maybe this is natural to you. Maybe you like getting your way and making it happen, or your conversation is very pointed, or you get to the point really quickly. But when you're coming, that's a great gift. But you also need to come from gratitude. Maybe appreciation for what others are doing, what others are bringing, or maybe appreciation for yourself, what you're bringing to the situation. And that appreciation, what I'm hearing from the nuthatch, is to rise higher, get lighter, lighten up, and just breathe it in and look and see what you have, what you've co-created, what you're creating. So whatever you've been doing, you've come a long way, and it's taken a lot of effort. You've had to make your way. Maybe there's been a lot of competition, or others have wanted you to do something else or do it a different way, or you've undertaken a lot right now and you just have to cut through the blocks or the barriers. You have to cut through the no's to get to the yes. So I feel like this is very gifted. I feel like many of you naturally have badger medicine. You're naturally connected to the spirit animal of badger. You're very assertive, maybe sometimes aggressive. You're able to cut through. Those of you that aren't, that energy is within you. So badger is coming to say, connect in with the qualities of badger. Connect in with your inner badger. Develop the inner badger. It's okay to say no. It's okay to focus on what you need, what you want at this time. Oh, look at this though. White-tailed deer. Pause, assess, and then act. Now, deer medicine brings gentleness. Deer has a lot to do with gentleness. So you've got a theme here, soul story number 2. The spirit animal energy is saying, adjust your perspective, how you think things should be or need to be. In other words, whatever it is that you're embarking upon while you've come to the video reading, is you have to adjust your perspective. And for some of you, it's because if you don't, you'll burn out. Others, you'll burn bridges. Okay? This bee energy can be quite hot, high octane, connected with badger. And maybe you've been stung, or maybe you can sting with your words, or cut people out. So you're going to be required to work more with people, or this could be a relationship, a new relationship, or a turning point in a relationship where you're learning, how do I get my needs met, my agenda, what I need to have happen in my life, but how do I need to alter my perspective to also let others do what they need and want to do? Or how do I get people on board to help me because I'm helping them? So for many of you, you have to change your perspective in this. Otherwise, what I'm hearing is you're going to burn out, okay? Or you're going to burn the relationship out, or you're going to burn bridges. This could be personally, interpersonally, or this could be in a job situation, work, school. So pause, step back, Adjust your perspective, you know, pause, assess, and then act. Pause, assess, and then act. Because Badger can make you kind of want to act, you know, just right now, just do it impulsively, and can also lash out. So this is great medicine to have. It looks like you're going to get a lot done. There's a lot of abundance for you. There's a lot of prosperity. I feel like some of you are gathering others to work with you or to help you, or maybe you're being hired to help others put something together. There's a lot of teamwork here that I'm hearing, working in teams, working within a relationship, or working with relationship. So you have a lot going on with people. So it's going to be, how do you get what you need to get done in a way that is assertive, asserting what you need, but in a way that isn't too caustic, isn't too harsh. Pause. This is key. Pause, assess, and then act. Be able to change your perspective. I don't know how well you can see these cards, but it's looking at one thing in one way and looking at another. Maybe looking at another's point of view and your point of view. And maybe you go toggle back and forth. Well, this is my point of view. This is what I thought was going to happen. And this is what they thought. Or this is what they're capable of. So some of the people you're connecting with, they may not have the time or the energy, or they may not be capable of what it is that you want. So some of you, you may have to hire other people or enlist other people, or do something yourself and hand something off to someone else. I'm also hearing delegating is very good for you. But there are blessings coming in for you, soul story number 2. There's blessings. Your hard work, your dedication, your fortitude, for many of you is starting to pay off, and many of you it's going to be paying off. You have just a little bit more. But I feel like there's a lot, could even be multiple sources of income is what I'm hearing. Bee medicine also says, write those creative ideas down. Use those creative ideas. Use those ideas that are impassioned. You know, maybe some of you also eating a little honey, balancing the blood sugar. So this is a lot about balance, but you're coming in very balanced. I just feel like you're at a new level where it's like, you got to look around and be thankful for what you have, integrate, you know, more gratitude. You know, you're getting different perspectives, but you're cutting through whatever it is. You're definitely successful at, and going to be more and more and more successful. I see more opportunities. I see people just handing you opportunities, just openings. If you're doing consulting, it could be different jobs, different projects, whatever it is, you know what you're working on or focused on. Whatever it is, there's more of it and more abundance coming from it. So remember to take care of your own hive is what I'm hearing from the bee. And so put monies aside. Make sure you have enough downtime, enough energy for what it is you need and want to do. But there's a lot of abundance coming up for you. This is, and keep at whatever you're doing. Keep the perseverance. Keep cutting through. Some of you, I feel like you're a trailblazer. You're blazing new trails. There's going to be more and more and more and more support, more and more help, more and more assistance, more and more abundance, more and more opportunity. Just expect more of what it is that you want. And from people within your community, or maybe people see you online, or somebody refers you to someone, or someone talks to someone about you, and then all of a sudden they call or text you or email and say, hey, we'd like you to do this, or we'd like you to do this job. So you're in a high create mode, soul story number 2, and just remember to keep balanced. The point could be, it's more about you and your life and your focus, and you're very focused. So keep the focus, soften it up a little sometimes. Even with yourself, you demand a lot for yourself, but whatever you've been doing, it's working. It's going to continue to work. You're creating a whole new way of being, living. Many of you, it's a relationship. And a lot of you, it's your career, it's projects, it's your life, it's your lifestyle. There are more blessings coming for you, much more abundance. Wow, beautiful. All right, let's see from the spirit animals what your soul insights affirmation is. Oh, I work towards my dreams and goals with an attitude of inspiration and gratitude. Yeah, that's it. Let me know how this resonates for you and what you're working on, because I'm just seeing so much amazing stuff for you. Soul story number 2. Wow, it's amazing. Some of you are already experiencing it. Anyway, let me know if you want to connect further. Ways to do so in the description box below. Love to have you over on my Patreon, Soul Path community. Connect with me on Instagram, and definitely, if you feel a resonance, like, subscribe, and let me know how this reading unfolds for you. All right, take good care, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, soul story number 3. So I love when the cards just start speaking to me, the energy of the cards. When I was putting your stack here, I'm hearing it's your time, it's your turn, it's your time to shine. And this tourmaline, we're going to get a message from the tourmaline. There's a lot of heart energy. So I feel like for some of you, this could be about what inspires you. Is it a person, a situation? There's something that's really causing you to have a heart opening, or maybe some of you had a major heart opening. But I feel like this is also about a heart opening or opening up more to life. Some of you it's a relationship, but many of you it's a relationship and just life in general. There's something that you're realizing about yourself in your life. A lot of heart energy. I feel like perhaps focus is key for you. You may need to focus more at this time. You're also starting to connect with more like-minded individuals, whether online, in person, or combination of, or there's a willingness to, or you really want to. Okay, there's a dream to do that. Now, we're going to look at the first spirit animal that is coming to you. This is your main spirit animal at this time. The other one, like almost like a band leader, right? Up front and center. This is the main energy that you need to connect with, or perhaps you already have been connecting with. Maybe it's part of your personal totem, part of your own personal qualities of energy, qualities of being, your own animal medicine is what we call it. Ooh, hawk, which has a lot to do with focus. Now, hawks are amazing, similar to eagles and owls. They can see at a distance, can pick up on vibration, the rustling through the ears, and then they see. And of course, birds look from one eye into another. So I feel for some of you, and there's a 2 here, so it's like you're going for what you want. Or some of you found something you want, someone or something that you want. Hawk medicine also is about rising above, getting the higher perspective. You need to get the higher perspective, or maybe some of you have already realized that and you're like, I need to get the higher perspective. I need to have a bigger dream, a bigger vision, or I need to make my vision bigger. I need to see things more clearly. So things for you, like whether in the mountains or at the beach, just looking out over the horizon. This is about extending or expanding your view of yourself and your life. Okay, let's look here. Oh, lamb. Lamb medicine. So that's about protection, but also gentleness, calmness, peace of mind. I feel for many of you, maybe you're seers, maybe you're channelers, mystics, tarot readers, numerologists, astrologers. There's something that you're seeing ahead of other people, ahead of the mainstream. There's something perhaps that you're seeing ahead of this relationship, or maybe in a business situation, maybe in the office or in a corporation. You're seeing ahead, you're seeing what's needed. And I feel like people maybe mistake you for kind of like being more the support person. They don't really, some people don't understand how much you see, how much you feel too. Look, all this yellow, there's green and blue, but this yellow for the mental realm. So some of you may need to take a break from thinking and strategizing and planning things, because Lamb is saying that you are protected. Everything is okay. Everything's going to be okay. But also Lamb is about the gentleness of life. Oh, stingray. So the first thing I get with this is you were stung. Have you been stung, or have you been stinging someone? And stingray also has to do with backbone or the chakras. So you may want to get alignment. I don't know if it's Reiki, chiropractic, maybe just stretching, yoga, massage, but work with your body to make sure your body is in alignment, and make sure that your goals are in alignment for what it is you want to do. Stingray is also saying that rather than goals, focus on plans. Put plans in action. Change your routine up and put plans in place that help you attain your goals and live more how you want to live. So again, you're getting this higher perspective. And also that you can do less because you're seeing more. You're seeing ahead of time what's really needed, what's necessary. What an interesting combination, though. You've got the Lamb of protection, but you've got, if you have to, you can sting. You can create a boundary if you need to. I don't know if you can see here, but the skeletal system. So there's something also about you taking care of your nervous system at this time, soul story number 3, and also things like, again, meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, just resting the nervous system. Also, your nervous system is going to tell you, is this right for me? Or is this too much for me right now? Or is this the right decision? Is this the right focus? Is this the right person? Because if you're feeling overly nervous or off about something, then something's off about that decision or situation. Oh, deal with the dirt. The oyster. But now this is also, you may be needing to do some shadow work, take a different perspective, a higher perspective of your life, yourself, but also the oyster, right? The beauty within. You've got to see the beauty within yourself and within the situation. Some of you are learning something. There's something that you're learning that you need to see the beauty within it. You need to see how it is beneficial for you. Oh, and then you've got shapeshift, red fox. But look at how the red fox is kind of hiding, which foxes do. I mean, you rarely see them, maybe at a distance. They don't like to get close to people. So there is something about, again, you seeing something. Is there something that you want to do? Is there a shift with your brand? I keep hearing, I hear you. So my obsidian from one of my shamanic teachers wants to come in. Dona Chuy Jesus. Juana Cuatro Vientos. Her teacher, my future self. And again, obsidian is about protection. It absorbs. It's one of the few stones, if not the only stone, that absorbs negative energy and is able to transmute it. Okay, you can also look at this and do scrying. You can get information just by looking at this egg. So I find this interesting. You've got lamb, which also has to do with protection, and then this obsidian wanted to come in the reading. And then you've got stingray, which can be about boundaries, being stung or feeling that you're stung or needing to sting someone. And what is that? It's a protection. The stingray, when it lets that, I guess ink or whatever it is out, and it has the little tail that stings, it's a form of protection. It's really not trying to kill you, especially if you're a human, or a bigger animal. It deadens, right? I think it even paralyzes. So you have enough protection. Okay, I'm hearing your wisdom. That's what the hawk is saying. Oh, and I thought it was oh my gosh, and I have hawk medicine. It's the hawk. That's why. Okay, so it's hawk, not eagle. Okay, I'm getting eagle also with you. So hawk, that's why the rising above. So some of you, this is about a situation Maybe it's family or work with a group. If it's one-on-one relationship, just make sure that this person has your best interest at heart. So you have to rise above right now, not get caught up in the little squabbles, gossip, squabbles, if people are trying to take you down, or if they have doubt in what you want to do and it's connecting, maybe you have a little bit of doubt. So hawk is one of the few birds of prey that rises above. Very often, crows will try to nip at the hawk, and the hawk doesn't fight the crow, it just rises above. It just rises above. It goes to a higher telephone pole, tree, whatever. So how can you rise above in this present situation? How can you get a bigger perspective, a bigger vision, like I was saying earlier? And again, maybe being in nature, maybe being in the mountains, maybe driving somewhere where you can go up high, or hiking, or going to the beach and just looking out over the land, out into the distance, looking out over the horizon. You need to look out, is what I'm hearing. Not look out like out of fear, but look out into your life, into the possibilities. This has to do also for you with relationship, about somehow, maybe it's a particular relationship that you're having to maybe rise above, and maybe you have to pick your battles. Like, okay, this is how they want it, this is how I want it. How can we compromise? What can we do? Some of you, I feel like you're rising above the competition. You're somehow coming forward into something in your life. Now, some of you maybe have been getting triggered by old wounding, maybe childhood wounding, maybe wounding from past relationships, and you've had some doubt. But with Fox here, Fox is saying, watch what's going on. Watch for your timing. Watch what others are doing. Observe. But you do you. It's time for you to be out there. I'm getting the foxy, but outfox them. So I think you have to look inside and see what is it that you really want to do and follow through on that. And that's even with the tourmaline. This one is a little bit, it's not completely just a point. It's slanted right here. So I'm getting, you have to look at your own individuality, your own uniqueness at this time, because that's what's needed. That's what's necessary. That's what's wanted. And that's what's going to give you the most joy, is you being you, whatever it is that you're doing, showing up as you, being as authentic as you can, and letting yourself evolve is what I'm hearing. So it's time to shine. But there's an observation that you need to do, right? So perhaps you are shape-shifting from one way of being into another. But you have to know that the inner directive that you're getting through your higher self, from your soul, is saying that whatever you want, whatever you're going forward in, you know what it is. It's a general reading, that you have everything that you need. Some of you, I do feel you need better boundaries. And you have to know that you're protected. You have to not get pulled into doubt or fear or get pulled off your course. You have to rise above and have the higher perspective. You have to. Hawk medicine, perhaps many of you already have hawk medicine, or you see hawks around where you live, is really saying you need to get the higher perspective. I'm hearing someone say, you're better than this, you're better than that. So some of you, there's something you got pulled into that you just need to rise above and move past it. All right, your soul insights affirmation is, and it's coming from Hawk, I rise above my doubts and limitations. I rise above all that held me back. Okay, for some of you, it's I see a clear future, and I follow the steps to my next life path unfolding, to what is unfolding now on my life path. I have a clear vision of my future, and I now follow the steps for my next level of unfolding. Yeah, see, this person, the hawk rises above and sees But look at the fox, sees also, has very all-seeing eyes. Seeing, the fox is what's you, is watching what others are doing or not doing, or what's needed and what's necessary. So there may be a little bit of strategizing in what you need to do. Connect in with this fox medicine. That spirit animal fox is saying, observe, watch and see, observe and watch. There's a bit of camouflage there, so you might not come out all at once, or you might be coming out little by little, or slowly, or you're getting the hang of it, of what you're about now in your life, this part of your life. You're getting the hang of it. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I like doing. This is, so you're rolling out, but you're protected and you're guided. All right, soul story number 3. Thank you for the honor of tuning in for you. I hope this reading brings you some insight, clarity, as well as guidance for where you are in your path now. I'd love to connect with you further. You can connect with me in my Soul Path Patreon community if you'd like to, or Instagram, and links are in the description box below. See you in the next reading.